Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. It's the Hood Mystic. Just wanted to share Liber Chaos, a book by Peter Carroll. Give me 1 second. The Hood Mystic. Just wanted to share Liber Chaos, a book. Alright, cool. Got that muted. And so, yeah, man, this is a good book. I don't know if y'all ever got this book. The first chapter is crazy. It's weird as fuck. But then the subsequent chapters is hella good. This book is by Peter Carroll. And I just want to share with y'all something. Chapter 2, Sleight of Mind. Right? And it goes on to say, and I'm going to read a couple sentences, then give you kind of like my output. So, the conscious mind is a maelstrom of fleeting thoughts, images, sensations, feelings, conflicting desires, and doubts. So, we have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. And as a spiritual being, as a person, you have to kind of slow down and separate between your subconscious mind and your conscious mind within yourself and identify the mind that you are using and utilizing. So to differentiate the subconscious mind from the conscious mind, he says, the conscious mind is a storm of fleeting thoughts, images, sensations, feelings, conflicting desires, and doubts, barely able to confine its attention to a single clear objective for a microsecond before secondary thoughts begin to adulterate it and provoke yet further trains of mental discourse. If you do not believe this, then attempt to confine your conscious attention to a dot without evolving yourself in any other form of thinking, including thinking about the dot. So quite simply, looking at a dot and not imagining about anything else but the dot. And when we say not thinking about anything else, you can't even think about the dot. See, the conscious mind is unable to think about nothing. Okay? So in spiritual work, the tool that you use is concentration or sleight of mind. So we're going to read a little further. And we're referencing Liber Chaos by Peter J. Carroll. Sleight of mind means using the more stable thoughts, feelings, sensations, and images stored in the subconscious or unconscious parts, because these are the parts that reference your spiritual identity. So a lot of this work is removing the human experience. If y'all can understand that, what I just said, I said that a lot of the spiritual work is removing the spiritual experience. Can I get some ones on the chat? I don't necessarily want you to agree with it, but I want you to understand it, right? Because it's not a matter of agreement. It's a matter of gnosis and knowledge. The essence of spiritual work is removing the human experience. Can you understand that? Can you wrap your mind around that? Sleight of mind means using the more stable thoughts, feelings, sensations, and images stored in the subconscious and unconscious parts of the mind to launch or receive the unconscious parts and tap into the etheric patterns. Because once you tap into the universal and etheric pattern, everything works out for you the way it's supposed to work out for you. So it isn't to say, well, if I remove the human experience, that means I'm going to be broke, poor, lonely, dusty, crusty, not getting no dick, not getting no pussy. No, it's quite the opposite. You live in prosperity. You get the sex that you want to have, right? You have the experiences that you want to have. But when you are concerned with the human experience, maybe something bad happened in 1996 and your ass can't get over it, and you'll be still here smoking crack, running up and down the street, talking about they did me wrong in 1996. So the human experience is not the human present. It's the human past and the condition that it plays on the mind. Human information and the condition it plays on the mind. You could be listening, you think it's crazy, but people know more about celebrities now. They know everything about celebrities. And then if you ask them, who is their great-great-grandmother? They have no fucking idea. People know more about celebrities' family tree than their very own family tree. So the sleight of mind, I'm going to read this again. The sleight of mind means using more stable thoughts, feelings, sensations, and images stored in the subconscious or unconscious parts of the mind to receive etheric patterns that are conducive to your soul and your programming and your DNA coding. So the point of life is not to follow the trends. The point of life is not to be worried about what he doing, what she doing, to be triggered about your baby daddy or baby daddies, baby mamas. The point of life is to recognize and observe your DNA code so you can know what the fuck to do. Right? Because we can talk all day about how black men ain't shit, but you got a black man laying next to you. We can talk all day about black women not being shit, but you got a black woman next to you. Right? So what is we really talking about on the internet? Right? We need to get to the point of it all. And the point of it all is to go within yourself to observe your DNA. But it's hard because your conscious mind is a storm of fleeting thoughts, images, sensations, feelings, conflicting desires, right? I want to have sex, but I want to go to church at the same time. I want to take a left. I want to take a right. I want to go downtown and I want to go uptown. I want to eat somewhere luxurious, but I like McDonald's. Can we do both? No. Choose one, right? Conflicting desires. I want to be a hoe. No, I want to be a good girl. I want to be a pimp. No, I want to be a church reverend. I want to be a reverend and a pimp. It ain't going to work. Your congregation ain't going to allow you to be out here like, wait a second, church. I got to check this. I got to check this motherfucking trap. This bitch owe me some fucking money. Y'all do the prayer circle for 15 minutes. I'll be right back. Shaniqua, where my fucking money at, ho? You ain't going to never see that. Why? Because you have to have a specific desire. It's a reason why, you know what I'm saying, LeBron James is a basketball player and not an actor. It's a reason why Kobe Bryant is a basketball player and not a rapper. Because they are exceptionally well in reference to basketball. And I know like a motherfucker get real triggered when you ask a motherfucker, well, what do you do? Oh man, I do this, I do that, 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 I do this, that. And then that same nigga that said, yeah, I do all of these things, you see him 20 minutes from now, motherfucker be like, man, I'm depressed, I'm sad. Why you depressed and sad, man? I have no fucking idea. Maybe because your conscious mind has conflicting desires. It wants to do the most when you can only do one thing. Last time I checked, Google Maps say, turn left. That bitch never say, turn left and right at the same time. I know you can do it. You got to split the car in half. Hit the eject button. The right side is going to go to the right and the left side is going to go to the left because you really got to get to where you going, Kyrie. So we're going to figure this out. She ain't never ever going to say that. As long as that bitch got a service where she's telling you from get to point A to point B, how she going to tell you to get there? One turn at a time. This is life. So in reference to intentions, in reference to destination, in reference to goals, in reference to plans, yeah, there'll be many different working parts, But essentially, you got to get your conscious mind to move out the way so you can focus on one thing, right? This is the key. One thing that is nothing. This is where you get into sigil magic. One's in the chat if sigil magic don't really make sense to you. One's in the chat if sigil magic really don't hit. It's hard for you to understand. We about to break this bubble. So sleight of mind means using more stable thoughts, feelings, sensations, and images stored in the subconscious or unconscious parts of the mind to launch and receive etheric patterns. Tricks have to be used here because if those things in the subconscious are brought into the focus of the conscious, they will not be magically effective. This is where sigil magic will fuck you up because you'll say, I want a new car. So you'll write a sigil out for a new car. So your conscious mind is saying, now I'm going to look at the sigil that helps me get a new car. I'm going to read this sentence again because this is where every magical practitioner gets tricked up when they say, I want to manifest a new home. I want to manifest money and I'm going to do sigil magic. Or I'm going to do magic in general. They use the magic as the thing to help them manifest the thing. And that's not magic. You have to use a sleight of mind. You have to trick your mind into doing something that you don't think that it can do. Because consciously, you're not even sure that you can even do it, right? So that unsure of, I don't think I can really pull this shit off, is the reason that you're not doing magic all the time. For which, if you knew Liber Chaos, the law of chaos, your whole life would be about planting seeds and living in your harvest. Your whole life would be a magical spell, an intention of revelation, right? But we use our conscious mind as the tool, and our conscious mind is not developed to manifest, to produce. It only confuses. It only distracts. It only says, yeah, I want to do this. Now I don't want to do this. Yes, I feel great today. Now I feel like shit. Your conscious mind is not equipped. So in reference to fuck if you feel good, this is chaos magic. Fuck if you feel bad. Fuck if you rich, fuck if you poor, fuck if you pretty, fuck if you ugly, fuck if you in the hood, fuck if you in the suburbs, fuck all that shit. Are you going to do magic or not? What are the tools to do magic? The first tool is concentration on nothing. That's what you haven't done. You've always concentrated on something in particular and gauge whether you manifested it or not manifested it. And whether you manifested it or not manifested it have been the telltale of whether something was good or bad. So chaos magic is something different. It requires you to remove your conscious mind and tap into your subconscious mind because this is how it works. Nothing that you think of consciously is going to work for you. This is why motherfuckers be capped out talking about it's this girl on IG completely capped out, but selling an image, right? Like she be traveling all over the world. Like you can't Google, like, can you just move to another country for any reason that you want? And the answer is no. Right? You need a visa, right? It ain't about, you could be a tourist all day long. You can't just move to another country without a visa. And visas require you to purchase or invest in the country that you want to move into. So moving to another country is not so easy as a motherfucker would say on IG, but what is easy is to travel. But her marketing is how you can just move and live in different countries. And not to say that it is or it isn't, but I'm saying you could Google shit and research encyclopedias or go to anywhere and say, hey, how do you just move to different countries? I'm pretty sure they're going to say you're going to need a visa unless you're going somewhere in America. So, and Americans ain't like people that people love all over the world and shit like that. So, even anywhere, like, we've researched moving to places, and it's an investment. Like, it's not something that you could just wake up and say, all right, I'm about to move to another country if you don't have the resources. So I'm saying all of this to say, you could think this all day long, and you could get sold a bill of goods all day long, and the people can show you shit all day long. But the nitty gritty of it is that shit is all cap and gowns. It's all cap and gowns. It's all illusion. It's all trickery. And the reason that they can trick you is because most human beings are programmed to use their conscious mind. They're programmed to think many different things are going to save them. And if they just take enough courses, if they take enough lessons, if they study enough things for which they'll have all of this knowledge that'll propel them and to ascend them. But the reality of life is that it is spiritual. Meaning that a flower is not thinking about all of the things that it have to do to be a flower. A cat is not thinking about all of the bills that it have to pay to live in its cat kingdom. A queen bee is not determining whether she should stop being a bee and become a firefly because the economy ain't booming right. When we look at our lives, it is very simple of what we need to do, and it is follow our DNA coding. But the conscious mind is an intercessory that could be used to direct or help us disseminate our energy, but yet and still it is not used for that. It is used to control. It is used to lead. And when the conscious mind is used to control and lead, guess what, nigga? I can scam you into all types of shit. I can scam you into thinking you need to go to college to get a degree for a job that you're not even going to use. Imagine going to school for 4 years to learn something, to get a job for which you not even using the degree that you paid thousands of dollars for. That's nuts. So when you talk about being effective, you need to learn how to concentrate. And what's the problem with people, right? We're talking about Instagram, 8 seconds or less, Reels, TikTok, Facebook Shorts. Right? And then when people talk about their magical processes, it's kind of hard. Because, listen, I grew up in an era where it wasn't nothing for me to watch an 8-hour Bobby Hemmett lecture. To watch a 16-hour Phil Valentine lecture over days, mind you. But the longer, the better. Nowadays, motherfuckers act as if they are getting educated with 1-minute clips. Peace. And then the facts that people are acting like a motherfucker be sending me shit off of a TikTok. And I'll send them some shit off of Google. And you know what they say? Damn, I could have Googled that myself. Meaning that you took this 1 minute of information at face value. Now you a dumbass. Because you don't know how to concentrate. I mean, it's shorter to concentrate on Google. You can type up something and the first thing will pop up. And then subsequent articles so you can cross-reference to see what the fuck it is that you are actually seeking out. So I know you got a problem with concentration. And when you have a problem with concentration, you have a problem with manifestation. That's why I'm doing this video. I'm doing this video because, shit, I'd rather talk about this type of shit than motherfuckers talking about what's happening on the fucking news or what's happening on social media. And then they showing these little clips of viral videos, body cam videos, Twitter feeds, Instagram feeds, All it says is that you cannot concentrate. And if you cannot concentrate, you cannot manifest, because manifesting is a process for which you remove the human experience. And be present. It's not to say that you don't go to work, but you're not upset that you're going to work. You're present at the job. You're present after the job. You're present before the job. You're present when you're asleep. You're in your intentions. You're growing at the job, or you have an exit plan at the job to go to your next step after the job. You're not just at a fucking job feeling sorry for yourself. That's you fucking up your brain, fucking up the process of shit. The process of shit is very simple. Remove the human experience, allow the etheric patterns to rise up from your subconscious mind, and simply follow the promptings. On the other hand, let's start over for context. Sleight of mind means, and we're reading Liber Chaos by Peter Carroll for those who've happened to join this live. Sleight of mind means using the more stable thoughts, feelings, sensations, and images stored in the subconscious or unconscious parts of the mind to launch or receive etheric patterns. So you're in the cosmic flow. You just have to be a fucking rabbit. You just have to be a fucking goddamn eagle, a tortoise, a lion, a bear, right? These motherfuckers are not online trying to figure out the next shit they need to get from Amazon. They are just being. They're at the river trying to get some fish. They're in nature, absorbing cosmic light and etheric patterns. They're not asking you for shit, right? Never have a dog knock on your door like, hey man, can you teach me how to be a dog? I'm having a hard time being a dog. That don't even make sense. Sleight of mind means using the more stable thoughts, feelings, and sensations and images stored in the subconscious or unconscious parts of the mind to launch or receive etheric patterns. Tricks have to be used here, because if those things in the subconscious are brought into the focus of the conscious, they will not be magically effective. On the other hand, they have to be released or activated somehow at a level just below the conscious awareness, for in their normal memory storage mode, which is an abstract code, they are not magically effective either. If you recognize that you are doing magic and you think, oh, this is a part of my spell, it's over. You set an intention, one good thing happens, you start telling people, oh, I set an intention and my phone rang. And now nothing is happening after that. Have you ever told somebody some good news that have happened? Somebody called you for a second interview. You told your cousin, hey man, they called me back for a second interview. And your hating ass cousin, he like, oh man, congratulations, man. I hope you get it. But really, he hope you don't get it. And he like, you call him back 2 days later. Oh man, they ain't give me the job. They said I was too black and too fat. He like, oh man, that's okay. Come back over here and come smoke some crack with me, right? You probably got a cousin like that. That you think that is supporting you, but deep down, they got ill intent for you, right? But you share shit with them. And because you share shit with them, I hate talking to niggas and they telling me how the person in their life they love, and from a psychic perspective, I know they sending them bad energy. They just don't, the person that I'm talking to don't even value themselves as a spiritual being. They value the opinion of a demon. So I'm not going to be a hater, say, hey, you need to leave that relationship, but I just hate that shit. Oh, I can't wait to tell my girlfriend, girl, man, that girl don't even like you. Every time something good happened to you, she bad, right? It's people like that. You gotta be so serious about your spiritual development and your beingness to understand it more than just tell people about it. Cause the people be like, oh man, I wish my mama could understand it. The more you try to get your mama to understand it, anybody who ever told me that shit, they done fell by the wayside. Cause they wasted the energy that was used for themselves to try to get their mama on the path that wasn't even their train track. Your mama going west, you going north. You like, mama, come north with me. Your mama going to California. You coming to Michigan. Let her ass go to California. We're on different tracks spiritually. So the understanding of spiritual development is not to garner a following or not to make motherfuckers understand you. The purpose of spiritual development is to remove the human experience and tap into your DNA code if like it's a matter of life and death. Because the matter of life and death, you tend to do what you need to do without thinking about it. You are in the state and space of being. Thus, magicians have to occupy their conscious minds with something that somehow activates intent in their subconscious without consciously reminding them of what it is. This is basic sleight of mind. So if you have this is why Oregon is powerful, right? Because what is it really, right? But a motherfucker get on here telling you, yeah, this Oregon, you don't even gotta wipe your ass if you put it in your bathroom. You don't even gotta masturbate if you put it in your bedroom. You don't even gotta cook food if you cook it in your kitchen. Like, this motherfucking piece of Oregon do shit that it ain't even, I can't even explain to you how. You need to buy it. How much it costs? $250? Well, all it is $2 crystals and, $3 glass. I mean, it probably costs like $4 to make it. Why you charging $130? Because if you put it in your bathroom, it'll wipe your ass for you. If you put it in your shower, it'll be your soap. If you put it under your goddamn bed when you go to sleep, you'll be able to travel to Atlantis, nigga. This goddamn Oregon is magical, special, right? Motherfucker can tell you anything. And if you believe it, and you just put it somewhere, and you don't even know why you bought that motherfucking piece of shit, right? You don't know why you bought it. You forgot why you bought it. What? And you ask a nigga, what is this crystal good for? They be like, shit, I don't even know. One's in the chat, you got crystals, what they use for? Shit, I just put these in the bed around me when I'm masturbating. Wesley Snipes come through like, what? For real? Yeah, hell yeah, girl. You need to try these goddamn crystals. These is obsidians. I call them Wesley Snipes. Like, wait a second. It's all a scam. It's all bullshit. But if you believe it enough, then it might manifest some shit for you. You like, goddamn, this crystal is powerful. This shit ain't called obsidian no more. This shit called Wesley Snipes. Like, cause motherfuckers is gullible as shit, right? Motherfuckers believe anything, right? Because you don't believe shit for real, right? You don't believe nothing. You don't even believe yourself. So, it's weird out here. I'm gonna finish up. Though this might seem paradoxical or impossible, there are many tricks in lore of magic which make it easier in practice, right? So you got to practice this. So the easiest thing is to work with a sigil or to create a symbol that represents something, and you got to charge it up over time. And it's like a talisman, a necklace, a oil. And the deeper thing about it shouldn't mean anything to you, right? If you want it so bad, then your magic will not be effective. If you want it a little bit, your magic won't be effective. If you don't want it at all, and it don't even enter your mind that you was even doing a money spell, and you forgot all about it, it just like exited your mind that you was doing this money spell for $500,000. Like you intensively charged a sigil, but you forgot what it was for, but it manifested specifically as you intended it to be because you completely forgot about it. And this is the process. And it takes practice. And it's a science. And it's a study. And the first process of it is to concentrate, right? So if I'm concentrating on something, that's messed up. You got to concentrate on nothing. Concentrate on blackness. Concentrate on clearing your mind. Let go of the human experience. The more you do this, the easier it is to just simply focus on specific things. It's building a muscle of magic when you concentrate. So when you are in the mode, or you have to read, or you have to study, or if you have to research, or if you have to get things done, right? A lot of things in life is common sense. About 99% of the things that you feel are impossible to do is mere common sense if you take your time and do one step at a time. Everything has been done before, and it has been mastered, and it's YouTube videos. So when we moved in this house and there was things that needed to be done, I didn't feel like, if this was 20 years ago, I would automatically think like, damn, I need a contractor. Because I'm not about to go to the library and look at all of these different books, and I don't have no internet to Google and search shit. But now it's a whole video library instruction manual on how to basically do anything. And even if you don't do it good the first time, you can do it good over time, over practice. And you wanted to sell something. Well, there's a such thing as analytics, where you can say, oh, I want to sell t-shirts of giraffes. Nobody's buying t-shirts of giraffes. You can study the analytics online on Etsy. What are the most bought shirts on Etsy? The styles of shirts that's bought on Etsy. You can do that research. What are the most bought shirts on Amazon? You can do that research. Now you know what type of shirts people are buying. So instead of making a shirt you like, which you're not going to buy the shirt, you want somebody else to buy your shirt. So you make a shirt that other people like, and that at least gets you in the conversation, right? So concentrating on and to start a business, if you're not able to concentrate on the step-by-step process, like, it's so many things, like even e-commerce. There's so many little tricks and things that you need to learn that if you don't concentrate on the little things, then you'll be behind the 8 ball, and you'll be having to pay people to do things that you could easily do yourself. All you would have to do is concentrate. Now, some people feel like they can just pay for everything, and that's a level. But if you don't want, and I personally didn't have the money to just pay for everything that I want to do. Everything that I want to do, if I had to pay somebody to do all of that, you can pay people, but you should also learn too. And it don't even matter in reference to business. If you want to learn how to fish, right, you going to pay another nigga to fish for you? Do that make sense? Hey, man, how much it costs for you to catch these fish for me? I'm going to just go with you and watch you. And I'm sure there's people that do that too. But at a certain point, we talking about magic. We're not talking about buying shit. We talking about possessing and understanding a skill And one of the first steps, I'm going to reiterate this and I'm going to end the video. One of the first steps is identifying your two minds, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And the second step is eliminating your conscious mind. So your subconscious mind, which is more sturdy, which is more real, which is more focused, you can then begin to follow your subconscious mind, which will then lead you every step of the way and also bring in that attraction that you really need and really want. It's just that your conscious mind cannot help you get it, right? So hopefully this video was useful. Hopefully this video was helpful. I'll probably be doing more videos like this, reading through this book. I'm not going through the first chapter because it's too damn weird, but we'll go from the second chapter and read on. And on here, I'm going to just talk about advanced magic and advanced magical practices, understanding that this conversation ain't for everybody, but for the people that it is for, this is probably the only place you'll have a real nigga talk to you about doing real magic. So with that being said, I'm the Hood Mystic. Hit all the links in my bio, support this channel, support my content in any way it seems fit. Even if you just want to heart this video or share this video in your story, I really do appreciate it. So signing out. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.